Good evening, everybody. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tally Faye. It's a beautiful Monday evening. I hope everybody had a good day today and got to their jobs and enjoyed their time out and whatever you were doing and got home safely. So tonight, or this evening, I thought I would show y'all how to whoop out some homemade fried chocolate pies. Okay? I hope y'all enjoy these. I got us over here set up. I'm hoping I got everything lined up and ready for us. So we're going to do the pudding first because I need it to cool before we make the dough, okay? So we're going to get the pudding going, and it's basically the same recipe as the chocolate pie, my chocolate meringue pie, but I had to do some little adjustments on it, so I'm going to go ahead and get this started. But I'll have to look at it, how the adjustments I made on it. I've got 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of flour, 1/2 cup of cocoa, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So now I'm going to get this going first. Remember, I like to do my, I don't want that to sit there and cook, but anyway, I'm going to get my sugar and my cocoa kind of stirred up together so that it kind of breaks everything down in there like I want it to a little bit. Kind of sifts it together in a way. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add my milk. I have what do I have here? Milk. 2.5 cups of milk, okay? 2.5 cups of milk. And I've had this sitting out, so I'm hoping that it don't take it as long to heat up and get going for us. And I've got my eggs over there. I have 2 egg yolks over there. Because my pie normally calls for 3, right? That's just too much. Let me see if I can do that. Okay. What in the world is going on with my hair? Whatever. We're going to get this going. And then I think my video where I was showing y'all how to temper the eggs got interrupted before I figured out I could put my phone on airplane mode. So, I'm going to be able to show y'all for sure, whether I did or not that day, about tempering these eggs and pouring it back in there. But I just want to make sure right now that I get it all stirred up real good. Let me get my spoon. Remember I talked about getting you a spoon and going around the edges to make sure that it don't get thickened around the edge on you. And like I say, this is my pie recipe, but we wanted, some of that sugar stuck in there. I didn't even see that. This is my pie recipe. However, we don't want it to be quite as thick as it, as it would be in the pie for these fried pies, because you know how when you break a fried pie open, you want it to kind of almost be pudding-y, but it can't be like pudding, or it would just run out everywhere on you. So it's in between pudding and pie. So I don't know what you call that, right? We got to get the texture of it just right in there. We know we got the taste down good, that's for sure. But we're going to get this pudding made, this filling made, and get it poured up in a bowl, and then we'll get over here and we'll get on our crust. And I'm going to try something different with the crust today, too. I hope that's fun. I need to get me a cup for dipping, so I can show y'all here what I want to do with the tempering the eggs. I'm just going to get me a coffee cup. I'll just do that. Let's get this going first. It looks good and dark. We want this booger to be chocolate. And I am going to show y'all how to do, after we fry the pies, I'm going to show y'all how to do a chocolate drizzle to just drizzle over them. Like we do the white icing, we're going to do a little chocolate icing. All right, it's already starting to get there. I'm going to turn my fire down now that it's, because I don't want it just boiling. Got to be able to handle it. Can you see it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see it now. All right. Let's get this going. Around the edges here. Make sure that I don't have any stuck on the sides. Alright, it's starting to bubble now. So, what I'm fixing to do, here's where I temper my eggs. I'm going to take me a little bit in this cup. Okay? And see, and I've got my eggs over here. I've got 2 eggs already beaten up in here. So I'm going to just take this and stir it in there. Stir, stir, stir. Okay. You have to stir it because if you don't, those eggs will set up on you in there and make all these little clots and stuff in it, and it'll ruin it. It will ruin it. All right, now that I've got that going, I'm going to stir my tempered eggs in there. I'm going to get all my eggs for sure. Turn this down. Get some of this pudding out of here. I had some left in that cup. Okay. Now I can just turn it off. And we have pudding. And see, as this cools, it will definitely thicken up more. And that's why I wanted to back off of that a little bit so it wouldn't be so thick where you want a little bit of bite in there with your pudding when you have your fried pie. So I'm going to move us back over here now to my normal setting on the bar. Let me get us kind of lined up right there, and let me get my stuff now. I'm going to get a spatula here. And see, and I just have me a bowl sitting here ready, and I'm just going to pour that pudding up in here. Get it out of that hot pot so it'll cool. That is some homemade chocolate pudding right there. Look at that. Mm-hmm. You know the kids want to lick that bowl, that pot, for sure. I'm just going to set that in here for the moment. And get my other dishes out of the way real quick. Because we are going to have to get us a skillet with some grease in it. and have that getting ready to fry our pies in. And I wanted to use that burner, so I'm going to go ahead and get my, you can see me, okay. Get me a pretty good bit of grease in here. Remember, on the oil, when I made the fried peach pies that day, on your oil, you want them a little bit, you want them floating a little bit. I mean, it don't have to be deep grease, but you want them floating. So you want a good bit of grease in there. So that's ready for us to light up. But now, while the pudding is cooling, we are going to get ready to make our pie crust. And we have our all-purpose flour. Y'all seen me do this before. Here we go, making that. Let me scoot it over close. Oops, hold on a minute. Okay. There we go, maybe that's enough. All right, see, we're gonna make our well in here. I've got all-purpose flour in this bowl, just a big old thing of it dumped in there. All right, now I've got me a well wallered out with my hand there, and I'm fixing to take me some shortening, and I'm going to do 1 and 2 big old fat sized blobs of shortening there, about the size of a big old hen egg. Okay, I've got my buttermilk, and I'm going to just pour it in there. And you know, pretty much, you know, you're always wondering about how much to do. Pretty much however much buttermilk you pour in there is how much dough you're going to have. That's what, you know, it's pretty much going to create that much dough in there. I'm just going to dump the rest of that in there. See, that's why it doesn't matter to measure. Now, this is one of the things I like to do. Like for my fried pie dough, I want a little bit of salt in that crust. So I'm just getting me a pinch, and look, I'm just doing that, okay? There we go. Just a pinch. You don't have to put it in there if you don't want to. That's just a preference with me. So now we're going to start squeezing this shortening in this buttermilk right here in this well. Just squeeze it between your fingers. Get it kind of mixed up in some smaller clumps. And remember, you want whole buttermilk if you can get it. It does such a better job. I definitely prefer the whole buttermilk. But in a pinch, low fat will work, okay? I made that buttermilk pie the other night, and it was good, and the taste and stuff is delicious, and the texture was good, but not what I want with like it does when it's whole milk. It makes such a difference. All right, I've got that done. Now we're gonna start stirring this around, trying to get some flour picked up here. Remember, just whirl it around in the middle, and that buttermilk will pick that flour up all on its own. Just be patient a few minutes while it's real thin right in the beginning, because you'll slop it out or whatever. But just keep stirring it around a little bit. And when it gets thicker, then you can start doing your little whirl a little bit quicker, where it's not sloshing so much. But just stir it around. And like you say, don't go to the bottom of your bowl. Try to leave flour in the bottom of that bowl in your well, so that this buttermilk is completely surrounded by dry flour. It's already starting to thicken now. Now I can start sloshing it a little faster. Pull me some flour in there. We're going to make this fried pie crust. All-purpose flour, shortening, buttermilk, and a pinch of salt. And that's all I got in here. Get it all stirred up. We're going to roll it out. And then I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to try cutting these things today. It's going to be fun. We usually do and I've always done them. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever used this thing for making fried pies. I don't know what, I thought that was what it was for, but apparently they said it was for making those kids make them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with them and seal them with it, you know, the ones with no crust on it or whatever. We had to eat the crust on our sandwich. I didn't like it. I didn't like the crust on my bread when I was a kid. But we had to eat that crust. You didn't waste that. Alright, look, it's starting to get thicker now. Can you see it? Starting to make a batter. Like a batter. Won't be long, it'll be a dough. I'll be able to get it out of here. Okay. Almost got it, y'all. I think I can pick that up out of there now. So, get me a little flour on my hands here, and I'm going to just throw that in there. I need to get me some flour on my board. Can you see that? Okay. Move that for the moment. Here we go. Alright, now, let me get my dough together a little bit here. Need a little more flour in there where I can handle it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pick it up out of here. There we are. Let me move this out of the way, and I'm going to pull y'all even closer if I can. What are you doing, Lulu? Huh? She's a sweet girl. Y'all can't see her for the bar, but she's got her a doggy door. She has her a doggy door on the front of the house there, and she just comes and goes at free will, you know, as she pleases. She's looking out the door like something she's afraid of gunshots out in the country, and mainly loud noises and stuff. It's funny. She's a funny little old dog, but I rescued her a number of years ago, and everybody around here that lives up and down through here, everybody knows her because she used to go see everybody. But she finally stays home with Mom and Daddy now. Lulu Jones. Alright, we're getting there. You want to make it, when you're doing your fried pie dough, you want to make it stiff and not sticky. So I just put me a little flour on there, and I just fold it over and press it in. Just mix it and mix it. But I can feel it sticking to my hands once I get that little bit of flour worked in there, so I know if it's sticky, it's not ready yet. It needs more flour. Get some on my board there. I done used all that up. I know one thing, I'm going to have a lot of dough left. This is a big thing of dough. But that's the great thing about it. I can put it in a Ziploc baggie in the refrigerator, and I can make more fried pies. I can make dumplings of all kinds. There's just, it makes a pie crust just perfect. So it's a great all-purpose dough. But today its purpose is going to be fried chocolate pies. Alright, I'm going to take it. Feels pretty stiff. I think I'm going to take it since it's such a big deal of it and work a smaller thing of it. That way I can get on with the program with y'all. Because it's going to take a little bit. I want to cut some out, try to get them filled and get them cut, and then we'll fry a couple, and then I'll show y'all how to make the sauce, and that way maybe I can come back after a while and show y'all the whole pile of them and stuff. But I want to show y'all the whole process if I can in this video. Okay, we have stiff dough now, guys. We are ready to roll this out. Alright. Get me some flour on here. Boy, I make a mess. I get it all over me. I don't know. Just what I do. I'm a good cleaner-upper, though, so I don't worry about it. Alright. See, it's sliding on that board. It's not sticking. So I know it's doing good. And roll it out thin. We're going to see if this will work. Like I said, don't be scared, right? Don't be scared. Do not be afraid. All right, what I am going to do is go over here and light the burner under my grease. Let it be starting to get hot. Let that warming up. Okay, now I got my old pickle jar lid that I use. Got chocolate pudding on it. Excuse me. I think I sucked flour down my throat. But anyway, I'm going to use my pickle jar lid to cut it, and then I'm going to use this, which should give me the perfect size, to crimp it in there. Let's find this out. Let me get them cut. We're going to do 3 of them to start with. I'm going to cut 6 circles. Okay. Now, let me get a spoon here. I don't guess I really have anything that, I don't know. Maybe we can try this little, that's going to be too much. I'll use it for dipping. This is 1/4 cup. That is too much. I know it is. We're just going to have to put it in there like this and just gauge it and think about, oh, I'm going to go this way. Think about that pudding, the top going on it. Okay, we're going to do that, and now, remember, I've got my water, so I'm going to go around the edges. Get that wet. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. Now we're going to take this one for the top, and just put it on there like that. Like that. Ooh, this piece feels a little thick. in that corner. All right, here I go. I'm gonna try it, y'all. I'm gonna dip it in my flour. Just to get some flour in there, because I don't know. All right. Let's see what it does. Oh, you have to pull it away from it, like that. Okay. All right, let's try this other one. Let me get this away from it now. Try to center it over where I know that pudding's at in there. Okay. Oh, that did better. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm holding down on it, and now I'm trying to wiggle the outside cutter part. Look, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna find out together with this. You see. I don't know how hot my grease is. I guess I'll have to test one out. I better get my spatula here. Here's my little one that I love so much. Let's try this. All that flour on it. Let's see what it does. I'll bring y'all over there and let y'all look at our first 3 testers. If I don't burn my finger. Flour everywhere. Okay, let's try. Okay, see, I got them going, and then I'm just going to take them up on this rack, and then to shorten the process, I'm going to show y'all how to make that drizzle, and we're going to do drizzle on these 3, and I'll show y'all that and everything, and then I can cut the video. It just takes time, y'all, no matter how much I try to hurry. I want to use forks. I just do better with forks. I'm gonna make sure they're good and sealed good before I ever dare turn them over, though. I can feel the crust starting to get crusty on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna set y'all down right here. I can see that y'all can at least see in the skillet. So, what I'm going to do is take my forks and flip them. Like I say, I use the back side of the fork when I flip it over. On this, I get the fork under it and the back side of the fork on top of it to flip it. Oh, they look pretty. Look. They're little round ones. Look at my hair. I hope y'all love me enough to love this. Oh, hey, listen, if it's a good fried chocolate pie, who cares, right? Okay. We are moving along with this. Let's make sure they're good and fried. And then I'm going to remove this skillet here, and we'll make that chocolate sauce real quick, which shouldn't take but a minute. Okay, I can flip this one now. Let's see. Flip them on each other, and that keeps it from splashing. Because, oh, I see a crack in that one, so I got to be careful. They sure are pretty. Okay, it's going to take both my hands to get them out of there now, so let me do that real quick. Oh, I'm going to try this. Look, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to turn the fire off. I'm going to get under one. Look at that. That is perfect for it. Okay? And I'll show them to y'all up close again. Because if you get a crack in it, if it leaks out, you know, it'll leak out and you'll lose all your pudding. Okay, let me get this skillet out of my way for the moment. And that booger is hot. I'm going to set it down in the oven just to get it out of my way. Woo, Nelly. Okay. All right. I'm going to get my little sauce pot here. I'm going to show y'all this. I have in here 5 tablespoons of butter, okay? And I'm going to get it cranked up and started. Let me get it lit. Okay. Get that butter to melting, and to that I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of cocoa. See, I have 6 tablespoons in this little bowl. Get me some butter melted in there just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to melt this, get this cocoa and this butter stirred in here together real good. And then we'll add our powdered sugar, a cup of powdered sugar. We'll get over here and get it. But you want to melt that cocoa and butter down together real good before you put your milk and your sugar in there. But just get this and be careful with it. You got to stir it because it's kind of thick at first, and you'll burn it. But this way, it makes it thick like almost like a peanut butter. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you before I. Well, that ain't gonna work. Let me set it on this thing here. I want y'all to see how thick it is in here. Look. See how thick that is? Okay. So that's why I've got it off the fire. But I've got it stirred together good, and that's all that matters right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add my milk in here. I mean my, goodness gracious, my powdered sugar. So I need a cup of powdered sugar. I am totally not in the camera, am I? I keep flubbing up. There's a half a cup. Y'all just let me get it added in here and I'll show it to you. I don't have my little stand over here. Okay, I've got a cup of powdered sugar, and I'm going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm going to get me 2 tablespoons of hot water out of the tap. I don't even have no fire on or nothing now. I'm just going to wait and get me some hot water out of this tap over here, and I'm going to stir it in there. See, I just got my powdered sugar dumped on top of that, and my vanilla dumped on top of that. You know, the chocolate peanut butter looking part. All you wanted to do was stir your cocoa in with your butter because it's too hard. It makes it clumpy. All right, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of hot water, and we're going to stir it, okay? Get it all stirred up. And I tell you what, I don't know if I want to add another full tablespoon of hot water to that. maybe half of one, okay? So we're gonna say 1.5 tablespoons of hot water, okay? I want y'all to see now what it's looking like as I stir it. Get that water stirred in there. See, and it's getting glossy looking. That's the sugar in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to take it like I do with the white icing, and we're just going to take it and we're just going to drizzle it over it. See, it's not coming off the spoon real thick, real thin like, so you could put, you probably could put that other half a tablespoon in there, but you know, I don't have any problem with it being like this right here. It's drizzling on there. It's how, you know, and it should kind of set up on it like, because I do have it a little bit thick. But I think we may be able to have some delicious fried chocolate pies, y'all. I think I will add the other half tablespoon of water to this, the hot water to it, and we'll try it out. But let's see. Of course, I'm rushing them. I wonder if I should rush them or wait till I come back and show y'all the whole thing. I think I will. I think I'll wait because the pudding is still so hot in it and everything. But there it is. That's the thing right there. So I'm going to finish this recipe out, frying all these little pies and stuff, and I'll come back, okay?